The Cubs are 30th in baseball. That's last place at the third base position. Will it improve?
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day, alongside Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into discussion with you on all things Cubs. Today's episode is presented by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. All-Star Game preview, All-Star Game memories, MLB Draft updates, who did the Cubs select and why? There's going to be trivia throughout the episode. Every single segment, there's going to be trivia for Sam.
Wonderful.
We start with the situation at third base for the Cubs, where it has been not good. The combination of Matt Shaw, John Birdie, and Vidal Brujan with a cameo by Justin Turner. It ranks 30th in all of baseball offensively. Since Matt Shaw returned from AAA a while ago, he's excelled more defensively, but still hitting 198 on the season and has won for his last 27. We're also going to get into potential other options, maybe internally, and definitely some trade candidates as well. Sam, third base has pretty much been a black hole for the Cubs for several years.
Yeah. You know, what would you grade the third base position so far this year?
F.
I'm working on my grades for tomorrow, and
it's the easiest one.
It's an F, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I feel this segment is hard for me because I feel for Matt Shaw. I really do. I believe in his talent. I believe in his ability, and you know, I didn't see this coming. I really didn't. And, you know, it's just, he seems like such a great kid. And he, you know, he's had some great moments, 2 walk-offs, you know, I mean, that's pretty cool. But the day in, day out production has just been unacceptable. And you know what I really don't like is like when people say, well, they don't need good offense at third. Their offense is good enough. That's when you get yourself in trouble as an organization, is when you assume things are going to be the same. You always have to be proactive. What if somebody else hits a slump? You need to upgrade at that position. And I believe Matt Shaw, as said yesterday, needs a good long time in AAA. I am not giving up on him as a prospect. Absolutely not. But I am ready, Matt. I am ready to give up on the 2025 offensive version of him. Why? Let's dig into a little bit of the baseball side of it. He doesn't hit the ball hard ever. And he doesn't walk a ton. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're not walking and you're never hitting the ball hard, or in that case, you have to basically be like Nico Horner or Luis Ariz, where you put everything in play. He doesn't do that either. It's just not a sustainable form of success, and he's not getting any better. You know what I mean? He's just not getting any better, and I think that's where I've landed. And you know, it's hard. I mean, I just pulled up the Baseball Savant percentage ranking, so you know, slightly above average in walks, slightly above average in K rate, but you know, he's 1 percentile in his exit velo. 5% in his hard hit rate, his expected batting. Like, it's just, none of it's very good. And I think Craig Counsell has seen enough.
Yeah. For as much as I would like to convince myself that the Cubs can fade one lineup spot and just go all in on pitching at the deadline and be okay with, Matt Shaw hits 9th, he plays 3rd.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. You know, I'll try to remain a Matt Shaw backer as much as I can.
Me too.
But I don't think you can. I don't think it's fine to play a plus glove at third base and let the bat develop. I don't think we're operating in that type of territory right now. Because that would be the option.
Well,
And Birdie and Bruhan are glorified pinch runners. So they're going to need to do something. And while I don't think Eugenio Suarez makes the Cubs a ton better,
I think he
he
does.
clearly makes them better and would solidify the offense, even though they're already top 3 in runs.
Yeah,
It would be just very clear cut.
Yeah, so let's discuss that. Let's transition into that. So, first of all, I just want to make a point off your first point. It's not that he's a minus bat and a plus glove. He's OPSing 556. If he was OPSing 656, that's a minus bat and a plus glove. This is a pitcher. You can't have an automatic guy that
Wow.
can't hit. You just can't. I think Eugenio Suarez,
even if you're second in runs in the league,
that's, to me, that stat. They're second in runs, but how many games just this last week were they not competitive offensively? Three of the 6.
Yeah.
3 of the 6, they didn't compete offensively. So the runs per game thing is great. I get that. And every team's going to have those games. But you know there's going to be a game in October or leading up to it where it's 1-1 late, and the difference between an Eugenio Suarez and a Matt Shaw could be the difference in a game. And if that's the difference in the game, that could be the difference in a season. You just know. And, I just think you want to have a threat there. And I think, and I know Eugenio Suarez has hit like 190 something against lefties, but his OPS is nearly the same. And I just think he's the perfect hitter because he's not a great hitter, but he's a very, very dangerous hitter. He's a very, very dangerous hitter that could provide a lot of pop, especially in August at Wrigley Field. And when you just add him to the mix, the diversity of the lineup with a guy like, Tucker, who does everything well, and Seiya, dangerous and really good. Bush is doing everything well. PCA speed, Nico's contact. And now you add another guy where it's like, oh man, if I'm not locked in, this ball's about to go 450 feet. And this, Eugenio Suarez is going to hit 40 plus home runs if he stays healthy easily.
He's going to play in the All-Star game Tuesday night.
Yeah. So it's just going from Matt Shaw, a 556 OPS, to that guy. I don't care what the runs per game is. I don't look at it like, oh, well, they only could go up so much. No, this would change the trajectory of the team. And I think you can get yourself in trouble as a general manager or as a fan by just going, hey, we're good here because of this, and this, that. You always can get better. A strength can become a bigger strength.
Suarez is owed just $4 million the rest of the way, and then he will be a free agent afterwards. Typically, the cost of the rental isn't much, but I think the Tigers will be in on him, the Yankees. So the Cubs will have to be prepared to overpay, and maybe it's a combo deal with him and Merrill Kelly or Zach Gallen.
Number one. That's
cool.
My number one. That
Love
team is my number one destination to make the Cubs a division winner and more.
The Cubs made a lot of draft picks over the last 2 days. Draft went to 2 days this year, 20 rounds. We get into some details of that next.
This episode is brought to you by Monarch Money. You ever wish managing your money felt easier? With Monarch Money, it can. Whether you're growing your savings or planning a big purchase, Monarch puts you in the driver's seat. It's like having your own personal CFO giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is more than a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So in addition to managing your money, you're also building wealth. I never cook. I'm always ordering out, always ordering food delivery services. It wasn't until I started using Monarch when I realized this was a serious problem and I needed to clean it up. And now that I have, I can see my wealth. I can see my bank account growing. So take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year.
MLB Draft is already complete, as in recent years, it's gone down from 50 to 40 rounds. Now it's an even 20 rounds. And in the 25 MLB Draft, the Cubs selected Wake Forest outfielder Ethan Conrad with their first pick, 17th overall. At that stage of the night on Sunday night, he was the first non-pitcher or non-shortstop to be picked. Cubs said that they've been following Conrad the past couple of years, and he was on a track to be in the first 7 to 10 picks until he had a left shoulder injury that limited him to 21 games this year, which he slashed 372, 495, 744. The Cubs picked a lot of outfielders in this draft, which to me is odd just because pitching is just, they don't have pitching in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
It must rank, in the 20s in all of baseball, the pitching, and their farm system in general now has taken a little bit of a hit. Granted, that's because of trades or graduation.
And it's about to take a bigger one.
Yeah. Well, what are your first impressions of this? Because I don't want to get my tinfoil hat on.
Yeah.
But a lot of outfielders was just a little strange.
Look, I'm never going to come on here and tell you I like a pick or I don't like a pick because I just think that that's lazy. It's hard to do that.
Well, this isn't football or basketball.
Right. But what I can do is I can tell you that I like the process of a pick. And what this team has proven to me the last 2 years, granted, we just had a first segment about how Matt Shaw's not hitting, but don't look at it like that. What you do is when you draft a player, and now Matt Shaw, you're trying to convert them into organizational assets, whether they're going to help your team on the field or be able to use them in a trade. Matt Shaw was turned into an organizational asset, right? Cam Smith, you drafted literally a year ago, almost to the day, and he was the centerpiece of a trade for Kyle Tucker. So that is tremendous success. When it comes to Conrad, I love to see that he hit about in the mid 380s in the Cape Cod League, which seems like a trend for the Cubs. They love those guys that hit over there. At Marist, is that how you say that school before Wake Forest? Marist, I think he hit 389 for a year. So this is somebody that really has a hit tool. And I believe that in these type of drafts, all you're doing is looking for value. And I think the shoulder injury creates some value, right? When the Cubs traded for PCA, he had an injury. Remember that?
I do.
And so it's like, if you feel like, if you trust the medicals and you feel like he's going to make a full recovery and at 17, you got a top 10 pick, that's good value. And I was listening to Lance Brzdowski on the Setup Man today, and he was saying that Conrad's going to slide right into being like a top 3 prospect for the Cubs. Now, granted, that's to your point, how diluted their system has become a little bit here. But I also think that that's a really good thing. Like that means that he's going to be a real asset here, and we'll see how he hits. And the second outfielder that they got from Chapel Hill, right, North Carolina,
North Tar Heels.
Yeah. I love that kid already. He 5'8", undersized, grinder, high on base percentage. That's my type of guy. I can already tell you. I like guys that have to fight. Didn't have any D1 offers out of high school I was reading today. I love those type of players. Those guys play with a chip on their shoulder, and I love it.
Well, they did finally draft a pitcher in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Dominic Reed out of Abilene Christian. Man, I'm just conflicted.
Tell me what the problem is, because I really don't. You're saying they don't have enough pitching?
I think they don't have enough pitching. Number one, that's just a fact. Number 2, are they prepping for Tucker, Happ, and Seiya to be out of here? I'll just say it point blank.
No.
Are they prepping for Casey to be out of here? Alcantara to be a bust? No. I mean, what's going on here?
No.
Why all the outfielders, man?
No. Okay, Hey, this is fun,
Why
folks.
All the outfielders?
Hey, folks, take notes.
Enough already.
I'm Sam Olber, and I'm about to reel Matt Cozy back in.
There's enough position players in the system, dude.
Nah, you got to calm down.
Oh, where are they all going to play? Oh, that's what I keep hearing. Meanwhile, they don't have one pitcher. Not one pitcher is even knocking on the doorstep. Yikes.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Their last 4 picks are major leaguers. Wicks, Horton, Shaw, and Smith. But where is the pitching?
Matt, I want to take you back to a year of 2013.
All right. Okay. What is this, NPR? Why are you whispering?
I just want to take the tone down a bit. I'm a calm guy. I want to take us back to 2013. There was a pitcher by the name of John Gray that everybody wanted the Cubs to draft. And it was, hey, we don't have enough pitching in our system. We need to draft pitchers. And this makes sense. And there were a lot of people that were upset with the Cubs draft pick. They drafted a gentleman by the name of Chris Bryant with the second pick instead of drafting John Gray. I forget who went number one. I think it was like Mark Appel or something like that.
Yeah, who the Cubs almost traded for then. And
years later. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the story goes, Chris Bryant won Rookie of the Year, MVP, and the Cubs won a World Championship. The point is, just take the best guy that you feel confident. Maybe the Cubs don't feel confident developing these guys. Everyone's getting Tommy John surgery right now. I really don't have any concern over go ahead. You can interrupt me.
So you don't have concern that the top 30 Cubs prospects on MLB pipeline, 14 are position players?
I'm aware of it, but concerned. Maybe that's more concerning. I'm definitely not concerned that they did this because Happ, Suzuki, and Tucker might be gone. Right. That's 0%.
That's a long shot because it takes a while to get to the big leagues.
Yeah, by the time they get, who knows? By the time they get in the big leagues, you know what I mean? We don't know we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the Casey Alcantara thing. Maybe I could buy into that, but that would be a good thing. That means they're trading. That means they're making big trades. I have no issues with any of that stuff. I think that's just, hey, what are we going to talk about? There's nothing going on. It's the All-Star break. Oh, the Cubs took another outfielder. Hey, it's just like the point I made in the first segment. Be good at what you're good at. They're really good at developing these college bats, so keep doing it. Because guess what? I'm sorry, go ahead.
How good of a return do you need it to be in order to trade Casey at this point? Because he's red hot.
Wow, that's it. Let me just finish this one part.
Oh, we could do that later this week. If you want.
Yeah. If you need pitching and these bats are really, really good that you just drafted, you could trade them for pitching too, Yeah. So it doesn't – let's just say this. I'm not a good sleeper, as you know, and this will not be keeping me up tonight at all. As far as Casey, if Casey goes, you better be getting a top of the line, as you mentioned. You're answering your own question. We did it on the space. You answered it already. A Jesus Luzardo type arm has to come back in an Owen Casey deal. Anything less than that, not good enough. I'm talking about a dude that you could hand the ball game one in LA, Shavaz Ravine, Cubs, Dodgers. You give him the ball and you say, hey, I feel good about our chances. That's got to be a guy that gets traded for in an Owen Casey deal.
And Sam's referencing X Spaces. You could catch us on the platform, otherwise known as X. We love the live caller elements and hope to do more of those this summer. Sam, the Cubs have 13 first-round picks on their current 40-man roster.
So bad with draft trivia, man. Go ahead.
The Cubs have 13 first-round picks on their 40-man. You want to give this a go?
No, but I'll try.
All right.
Happ.
Yep.
Tucker.
They're in the same draft along with one other player.
Swanson.
Right.
Horton.
Horton is correct.
Shaw.
Wicks.
Horner.
Keep the line moving. Horner is correct.
Thank you. Boy. I don't want any hints. Tyone.
That's correct. 2010.
Yeah, between Machado and Harper, right?
I believe so.
Harper and Machado, respectively.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only left. Wow.
Yeah,
you're speeding through this.
Yeah, I'm doing better than I
Go
thought. Steele wasn't first round, and Imanaga wasn't drafted. I have no idea where Colin Ray was drafted. I'm going to go with no on that one. Boyd, was Boyd a first rounder?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I shouldn't have. It's terrible for me. Oh, no, Pete wasn't first. He was?
He was.
Oh, he was like 20th pick. He was later.
First round by the Mets.
Okay, Pete. It doesn't count. I got it wrong, but it counts. We got it.
All of these are now other teams.
Yeah,
in which they were drafted.
Okay. I just give me a sec. I got something.
3 of them are on the major league team. One's at AAA.
Ooh.
I don't know if that helps.
Was Drew Pomerantz a first round pick?
Yes, he was. Also in 2010 with Tyone.
Okay.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Go Cubs.
Carson Kelly?
Nope. But you have the position right.
Amaya?
Reese McGuire.
I wouldn't. I didn't know that. That would have been a guess.
Also a first round pick with the Blue Jays, currently at AAA Iowa.
The Blue Jays. Merriweather?
Nate Pearson.
Oh. Yeah, they cut Merriweather.
Where is Julian Merriweather nowadays?
I don't know. Is that all, or I got one more?
There's one more.
All right, let me get this one. Was Vidal Brujan a first round pick?
No.
Okay. John Birdie.
But you have a good idea to go around the diamond like that.
Yeah.
It is a position player.
I don't think it was Turner. I don't think it was Birdie. Dansby. Right. Michael Bush?
Michael Bush, 2019 with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
I'll take that. That wasn't bad.
Yeah. Coming up next, we get into the All-Star game as the starting lineup for the National League is an absolute sham. And we get into our memories as well. Stay tuned. Today's episode is brought to you by Supply House. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trade, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with the complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 top-plus brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled pros already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks of a button. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com/TM and use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order over at supplyhouse.com. Starting lineup for the National League on Tuesday night is this: Ohtani, the DH, Acuna in right, Marte at second, Freeman at first, Machado at third, Smith behind the dish, Tucker in right, Lindor at short, Crow-Armstrong in center. The pitcher is Paul Skeens. Sam, thoughts on this lineup?
I'm going to give you my thoughts on the lineup, and then if you don't mind, I'd like to do just a minute on the home run derby, and because I'm going to say what I said last year. It needs to be changed. Yeah, I know you're upset about the lineup. I guess Roberts is managing it hard, right? Skubal's a lefty, and so he doesn't want. I mean, Tucker hits lefties fine. Marte's like amazing right-handed versus a lefty, so that's why he's hitting third. And they want to keep the goal is that Pete doesn't have to face Skubal because I want to see Pete hit a home run, the home run derby. In the All-Star game, and would not be surprised if it happened. But
that'd be awesome.
I expected him to bat ninth. Tucker seventh is a little bit of an insult, I would say.
Yeah, it's surprising.
But he has 17 home runs at the All-Star break. So he needs to, maybe this will be a little bit of a, maybe he could get into one against Skubal or whatever. But I have no big beef. I knew Dave Roberts would find a way to bury the Cubs in the order. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I think we called that like a month ago.
A month ago, you did. You said 7 and 9.
Wow. Well, I have to check the tape, but
don't. Just take my word for it.
I am.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I was able to do that. So
yeah. It's just Ohtani's leading off. What I'm surprised he can't lead off Ohtani and Will Smith.
Right. I was wondering about why did he go Ohtani, Smith, Freeman,
and Freeman's hitting cleanup. And what does he have? About 9 homers or
yeah. And why was Matt Olson picked over Michael Bush?
No idea.
A replacement. Yeah, that's disappointing.
So we're about to do some All-Star memories. Okay.
Yeah, I had great memories growing up.
So my my most fond All-Star game memory is not the All-Star game. It was the 2002 Home Run Derby when Sammy Sosa literally
Miller Park, right?
Yeah, was Miller Park had just been open. Go watch it on YouTube if you haven't already. He is hitting baseballs. He's making Miller Park look like this field I could see across from my apartment right now that's made for 6, 7, 8-year-olds. Okay. And we will never get that again because the Home Run Derby is now timed. And it's unnecessary. O'Neal Cruz hit a 513 home run tonight, 513 feet. And we had to go right to the next pitch because it's time. It should be 10 outs. And let me tell you, whoever wins the Home Run Derby, I get it. They get paid. That's great. But the real winner is who puts on the best show. And now we don't have anybody that could put on a show because next pitch. 10 outs. Nobody cares. If you're a real baseball fan, you don't care how long the Home Run Derby lasts. Bobby Abreu, Josh Hamilton, all those great rounds, Sosa. We want to watch a show. The anticipation. Is he going to take the pitch? Is he going to swing? And then how far does it go? Oh, my goodness. It went 520 feet. The crowd gets up, standing ovation before. I remember Joe Morgan even saying during Sosa's round, I don't know who's going to win, but I think he already won the night. It's a spectacle. That's what the night's about. Spectacle, putting on a show. It doesn't have to be timed. It makes no sense. Stop rushing these things. Not everything's has to get done so fast. Enjoy the night. Enjoy the show.
Wow. Someone clip that. So, yeah, I just have good memories growing up of watching the Derby and the All-Star game back-to-back nights with friends. And I'm really looking forward to Tuesday night. I'm hoping to watch every pitch.
Wow. Okay.
And
what's your favorite All-Star game memory?
Ooh, would it be Chris Bryant off of Chris Sale?
I
was still in Iowa City for that one.
I remember Soriano hit one late, I believe at back then Pac Bell Park, now Oracle Park in San Fran, opposite field. I remember that one, but there's not a ton of memories. I think Contreras hit one year. By my serves me correct.
So Boyd, Tucker, and PCA were named All-Stars this year for the Cubs. Can you name the other 6 since we've taken over this show? Can you name the other 6 since we've taken over the show? 2 and 22, 3 and 23, 1 last year.
Yeah. Somebody that is did a watch along on this show by the name of Justin Steele made the All-Star team in 2023.
Yeah.
Ian Happ made one in 22.
Yep.
Imanaga made one.
Yes.
Swanson made one.
Yes, 23. There's one more guy in 23. Steele, Swanson,
Stroman. Yeah.
And then one more guy in 22.
Oh, I thought I got it. 22. Ooh. Robertson? No. Am I on the white? Robert.
No, position player.
Okay, great. Contreras?
Wilson Contreras.
Yeah.
All right. Your next episode will hit YouTube and audio feeds Wednesday morning. Sam will cover the All-Star game and more.
Grades.
And
Grades.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're going to school. He's going to give out grades for is that going to be position players and pitchers?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of grades.
This is Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Maybe Tucker will hit a homer in the All-Star game.
Nah, PCA, hopefully.
For your second listen, check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. Jacob Mizorowski should not have made the team. Every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on the Locked On MLB channel on YouTube. Or
Ted Williams hit a walk-off in the All-Star game in 1941.
And didn't Bobby Abreu, Sam, go on record saying the Home Run Derby ruined his swing for the rest of that campaign?
I don't know.
He's Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.
Cubbies